Last week we have a meeting with Charan sir and Madhu sir. So Charan sir shared some questions, guys. Look at here: RAM versus ROM, type of networking, network topology, parts of computer, different type of hardware, questions on hard disk, memory, disk space, LAN, MAN, WAN, IP address and MAC address. This is already we have seen. Troubleshooting steps of systems run slow. Share a configuration of computer. This is also we are done. Share the configuration of your computer, IP address and MAC address. Configuration of your cell phone means you have a mobile. What is your mobile processor? What operating system? Which version of operating system? How much RAM? Like that only. Okay. How to find an IP address? That is also we cover. What is command prompt? How to find a system configuration? Share the configuration of your computer. Both are same. How to set up a printer? Troubleshooting steps if you are unable to send receive mails in Outlook. And also Charan sir shared. So whenever you got a question, that's like a tell me about yourself. So follow this pattern. Following this pattern, according to you have to change according to you. So then you have to change this one and practice that one. Like a very simple thing, right? For, tell me about yourself is a in general any interview question, both HR and in a technical. So it's general question. So try to practice. Tell me about yourself also in a proper order. And SAR is also forward like a so download. Madhu sir also forward some FAQs because usually for every batch. And where it is downloaded, not showing anything. I think it is downloaded in it downloads. It will take to open. It will take time. So meanwhile, I open in browser. We can download it. Here it is. There is some questions. Okay, not only these questions, also define operating system, north bridge, south bridge, hardware related. What is port? What is boot processing? ARP, IP address, IPv4, IPv6. Okay. Some questions he is also shared. Frequently question, guys. Even we share certain questions. What people are telling, like, sir, if we prepare these questions, is it enough for attending an interview? Yes, no one is telling like that. Okay, no one is telling these are the enough of interview questions. Once you are done, once you read these questions, that is enough to attend an interview. No one will tell that one, guys. Okay, this is a sample of interviews. Just follow up for practice. Always prepare widely, not narrowly. Those two things already I shared. I will share that once I this is came, then we will try. Yeah, see, this is very easy, better. Okay, I'm sharing that information also, and I will share one more that is belongs to HCL, but it is also useful for you. Okay, tomorrow we'll discuss that one. I will show you that one and I will share HCL related service desk questions. Okay, so compulsory practice what are the things we are shared and also the widely prepared. Okay, guys, but our important one is explanation about these terminologies. Okay, so different service desk terminologies, service operation terminologies, event, alert, incident, workaround, problem, change, service request. What is a event? Any detectable occurrence that has a significant for a IT infrastructure. For example, guys, I have a infrastructure, single system and multiple computers. There is a difference, right? I have a laptop, right? So this is a one, my laptop is there. Okay. I install an application in my laptop. In my laptop, I have an event viewer. In my laptop, I have a event viewer. So I will show you easy way to open event viewer. Type event. So obviously you'll get a event viewer. Open this event viewer. For example, it will open. Meanwhile, I will explain what is this event viewer. It will take time. Okay, anyway. So it has to load all logs from there to here. Okay. 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 So it take time to load the things. So what it will happen? I install an application. Okay. So when I install an application, so automatically our Windows log, okay, a log will be created. A application is installed. For example, you turn on your PC. Once it is turned on, so when it is turned on, that log also will be like a created. You log into your PC. Login. Okay. So successfully login. Or you given a wrong password. Fail to login. You open some application. Okay. And to open this application, you need a admin rights. So then you click a, user account control is there, no? User account control box. On that one, you'll get yes, no option will be there. I will show you that how the boxes look like. You have seen, but you don't know that is also user account control. When you open some application or a settings, okay, or for installing application, okay, for example, I will open a Firefox. Okay, see, I will try to open my one of the browser. So is it opening directly? It open and closed. Okay. So it will show us a window like this. I don't know whether you can able to see or not. I got the screen on my current computer. Okay. So user account control, Firefox updater. And if I click yes, then it will go into update. No means it will close. I click on yes. Now it is going updated. But that screen I can't show you because like sometimes it is required to, like, you are not an administrator. It will ask a administrator and a password. Administrator account name and password. Your first account name and the password it will ask. So to do sometimes we need to know. So we should require administrator permissions. So then it will try to stop you from doing things. It is updated and showing. Okay. So you are given successfully username password, or you click yes. That is also it will create a log. Log will be created. Successfully logged. You connect a device. For example, you connect a printer. Okay. And printer is detected. Log will be created. Printer has a drivers. Okay. Printer drivers are there. These drivers are loaded. successfully to connect printer, the log will be created. Okay, and you have a hard disk and you created a partition. For example, E drive is created, log will be created. Okay, so what are the thing happen to your system? Either it is good way or bad way, a log is created. See, it is application, information. Okay, at 12:12 this information is occurred, security. Okay, information means it is a successfully event. Warning, something going wrong. Okay, so some activation related, some volume licensing activation related, some issue is there. So it is that problem. Okay, it is application related issue. This is security, means login, logout kind of stuff. Just now I open a Firefox, right? That related information only it is. Okay, I log in a morning only and not now, right? But still at exactly 12:20, 12:20, 12:20, 12:20, 12:19. So these are all belongs to our system related. Okay, like opening an application or accessing encryption. These are all encryption related. The user account management. Okay, so this event is belongs to I open Firefox, right? Like this is a user account card. Every event has an event ID. Event ID, by event ID we can understand what type of event it is, and we can go to this part, setup. Okay, setup for installing, uninstalling kind of stuff. System. Okay, for so like just what I'm trying to show is not about my system, guys. What are the thing is happen to a system or to multiple systems? Okay, first of all, for single system, inside the events logs are occurring. So what is this event logs? Is will tell what happened to your system in this particular time, date and time. So user is login successfully or failed to login. Application installed or uninstalled. Application is open or unable to open. Okay, drivers are loaded or not loaded. Like each and every time any recognizing event is occur, a log will be created. That is up to one single system. But here it is, try to understand. I have a multiple systems are there. For example, normal computers, normal PCs, or servers, or maybe a routers, switches, storage devices, network connections. Okay, so I have a system which monitors what is the status of these devices, connectivity, storage, disk, computers, on or off condition, network connection, service, application. So I can monitor using certain monitoring tools. So any significant changes occur, immediately it will be create a log. Okay, it create a log. For example, a server is down, immediately it will create a log, right? A server is down, or a server, something happened to the server before it is down. So that is also will create a logs. It gather the log information and it will notify it is what is the situation of this particular device. Maybe it contains some disk related problem or operating system related problem or more burden on a server, more burden on a server processor. Okay, so everything is a monitoring. While it is monitor any significant change or significant detectable any something is detectable, like a server is on, a server is on, yes, it log will be created, server is on, server is down, server is down. Okay, so a application like a server become very slow or a hard disk in the server is become full, or maybe system is working good, server is good, but the service is not working properly, service is down. So it will create a logs in the log system, event system. So from monitoring, it gathers the logs and put it into one place. These logs can be, or events can be mainly three types. There is a 4 or 5 types are there, but I'll only putting only three types. One is information type of events. What is information type of event occur? Successful events, generally information only. For example, I connect a disk. Disk is online. Disk is online. I connect a disk. Disk is online. I disconnect a disk. Disk is offline. Okay. But connected disk. Disk is online. I done a backup. So today I done backup. So backup is completed. Backup is completed. So today what we can say, backup completed, backup successful, backup successful, transaction successful. I want to copy my data from my server to the remote server. Transaction successful, copy successful, transfer successful. Okay, system is online. Login is successful. User log into the system. It is successfully login. Application installed successfully. Application uninstalled successfully. These are all comes under information. Okay. So here I have written some of few things. Here it is. Next type is warning. What is this warning? Warning is not error, but it is a very serious notification, right? For example, you are using a mobile phone. For example, you are using a mobile phone and you are watching some web series, new web series, Netflix or Amazon Prime. Okay, seriously, you are watching, you are going somewhere, you are watching. That is happened last time. That's why I'm telling this example. Okay, very rarely happening now. Well, earlier days it is daily happening part, but meaning is like we have 1 GB data or 1.5 GB data. Okay, so what we are doing here it is. You watched a few episodes. What it will tell? Okay, what warning? 60% of your data is completed. 80% of data is completed. Warning, 80% of data is completed. Please add more data to continue the experience of watching this kind of stuff. Okay. Okay. So 100% completed means it is disconnected. But before 100% completion of data, you are getting 80% completed. So this is a warning. It is a warning. For example, you recharge the mobile. You recharge, like you add a data package, 49 rupees, 98 rupees, something is there. Na? So you recharge a mobile additionally 3 GB. So for example, I didn't remember which 49 or 98. Okay. So for example, 49 rupees, you got a 3 GB data. 148 GB, it is you are getting 15 GB data. Okay. And 1 month some things will be there. I think you guys are using Jio. I'm talking in Airtel manner. Okay. So you recharge, then successfully recharged. That is again information. You got more data. That is. See guys, when you are getting a warning like you are completed 80% of data usage, please recharge. So that is a warning. Your disk is full, your memory is full. Okay, so your system is slow down kind of stuff. That is also warning. Your server, more burden on a server, more burden on network. Okay, and that is also warning kind. Internet disconnected. Your disk is disconnected. Your data is completed. Transaction failure. Transaction failure. Backup failure. Server is down. Are unable to access the server. Unable to access server. Okay, server is down. Service is down. These are all words are for a errors. So in an event, so we have a mainly three things like information, warning, and errors. Of course, there's critical and other things also there, but very important in the event is information, warning, and error. Guys, this is a link which is shared by one of our sir, Sai Prasad sir. So that is also I will try to show you. This is an application demo version. This is the Op Manager is an application that too it is a demo version. So I am going to share that link also, guys. Compulsory open it and see what it is. Okay. So this is the admin login and operator login. So I'm going to admin login like this. What is this Op Manager will do it? So while monitoring, we are getting lot of events, right? So those events will be notified into one place, and in that one mainly information, warning, error, and alerts. So one more point is there now. So where it is? So these are the symbols, different type of symbols to know what is information. Like I is the information. Green check mark means successful. Okay, red represent error. What is this represent? Yellow represent yellow exclamatory mark warning. And any warnings or something are changed, like you change the hard disk, or a system is turned on or a turn off, or failure is occur, a transaction is failure, or a disk is failure. Okay, a switch is failure. Okay, or warning is generated, like already I told warning, right? A disk is full. Disk is full. Okay, like any these kind of events are occur, you have a alerting system. Alerting system means notification. Notification, right? Already I said your data 80% completed. 80% of data is completed. So immediately you will get a notification, right? So that is alerting system. That is alerting system. You are disconnected. So that is alerting system. You will know you are disconnected by alerting system. Yes, see here it is. It is a Op Manager. In this one, it is showing the worldwide your infrastructure in their connectivity. And this is the heat map, means how many issues are there. Like that you can see clear, critical, trouble, device not monitor, and the device is down. One device is down. Attention required is 1. Okay, device is not monitored are 2. Trouble system are 3. Critical systems are 22, and clear are almost 89. So we have a 118 devices are there. You can also see type of devices like a servers, routers, switches, desktops, firewalls, domain controllers, load balancers, okay, WAN accelerators, wireless devices, UPS, printers, unknown devices, storages, PDUs, okay, RAID controllers, FC switches, okay. So these are the different type of devices. And how many devices are there? 55 servers, 3 routers, 11 switches, 1 desktop, 3 firewalls, okay, 1 domain controller, load balancers are not there, okay. So 1 UPS, 1 printer, 5 unknown devices are there, 28 RAID devices are there. A current list, okay. So page 1 of 2. So there is another page is also there. So we'll see that one. Okay. These are the devices. These are the problematic devices. Out of 55, 23 problematic devices are there. And you got a 53 alarms regarding these issues. Okay. Regarding these servers, you are getting a 53 alarms. See, three routers, 2 are in a problematic. You got a 5 times alarm. Alarm means alerts, immediately notifying what is the issue. So we can understand the mapping from this Op Manager application. Okay, so it monitors the infrastructure and it display the related information on our screen. So you must know how to check the better to know like even you don't understand, no problem guys, just you have to go to each and every option like inventory, network, servers, virtualization, storage, alarms, maps, application, workflow settings, like that. And also overview, network, servers, virtualization, storages, custom, like you can go through one by one. You can also go like a net flow analyzer, network configuration manager, firewall analyzer, op utility, application manager, desktop central, mobile device manager plus OS deployer, remote access plus endpoint security. Okay, just go through once all these things. What is the meaning of download? So whether you can download, what is downloading part? Okay. There's training videos also available here. Okay, support and what's new kind of stuff. It is a self-support contact. Okay, user community discussion, installation info, DB info, load, upgrade, something is given here. We don't want that much. Okay, you can go to like a network. So what is happened to your servers? So what is this guys? Event viewer. I showed one event viewer that is for my single PC only. But in this event viewer, event logs are generating like about how many servers are there, what is the position of these servers, how many routers are there, what is the status of these routers, okay, how many computers are there, and what is the status of these computers, what is the storage devices are there, what is their status, and individual notification. It means you have a 10 servers are there. Out of 10, 3 servers are having a problem. Then what are those 3 servers? What is exactly happened to these 3 servers? We can easily check it and understand immediately. We can able to solve the problem. For example, I'm going to this server which is in the problematic situation. So that's it is going red class. See it is. These 2 servers are clear, so no problem. It is a Linux, it is unknown. It is 2012 server having a critical issue. So I clicked on it, I think so. Same machine or different machine, I don't know. So just better I will go back once. Yeah, this is having a critical. It is 38 interfaces. Discovered time is 41 days ago. Okay, this is the IP address of server. Yeah, I clicked on it again. Okay, so no problem. Host details. It is a virtualization server, I think so. It is. See, it is a IP address, the DNS name. Okay, credentials. It is access permissions to do it. How much size of RAM? 32 GB. Hard disk is 1 terabyte. So recent alarms are 4 alarms. Folder monitor checks file server, remote server machine does not exist, is or is in is unavailable, means it is showing server is unavailable. Okay, so file monitor does not exist anymore. So this is the CPU hardware details of a server, CPU utilization, and the utilization related network utilization. So how much it is utilizing. Diagnostics 3. Data collection failure for 2 monitors. So 2 times it is trying to get the information. It is failed. Okay. Availability time today. So up to this time it is available. Later it is not available. You can go interfaces, virtual details, active process, install softwares, apps, monitor. So interfaces. So these interfaces are clear. These interfaces are having some critical, some are having a certain trouble. Okay, so like that, because of this event monitoring and monitoring systems, we can understand what is going on with our computers, our infrastructures, our servers, routers, switches, and stuff. This particular server is a Hyper-V server, means virtualization server, which is having multiple servers inside. And 3 data stores are there. C drive, D drive, E drive is also there. Okay. Why it is still critical? Because of some issue. Okay. Notification profile is nothing is there, associate or added is not there. What are the alarms? Totally 5 alarms for this one. One is clear, this is good. Okay, notification is good, but it is a critical SQL instant SQL cache memory issue is there. Okay. So we can see what is this and what it is got freezed. Okay, that's it is not opening. Okay, this interface got freezed. Only this interface got freezed. Browser is okay. Browser is okay. Okay, guys. So compulsory go through each and every option. So understand the importance of a monitoring and event thing. So what is the advantage of monitoring and event management and alerting system? So we can understand the function of our infrastructure, how it is good. Okay, if any changes are occur, okay, you can like any issues occur, any changes is occur, any um, we can easily notify and we can take immediate action to stop the further impact or a further impact kind of stuff. Okay, so that's a very simple to discussion about a event. Okay, so something went to somewhere. Okay, so that is called a event and alert. Guys, understand what is an event? What is use of event and what are the different type of events. So let's okay. I'm going to incident, guys. What is the incident? What is a incident? Unplanned interruption to the IT services called a incident. Again, there is a difference between event and incident. Event also tell there is a incident is occur. Okay. Event management. In event management also tells a incident is occur. For example, this is a event management thing means which is like a connected to monitoring system. What are the significant changes or significant any detectable occurrence or what we can say, yes, any detectable occurrence that significance for IT infrastructure. So any detectable occurrence like a successful failures, okay, warnings, errors are occurred, catched by monitoring system is notified by your event management. For example, this is my monitoring system. Monitoring application is there. It monitors the infrastructure. My servers, routers, switches, everything is monitoring. Okay. So from this monitoring system, the event management, event application, event, certain softwares like I showed Op Manager, same thing. So this event monitor, what it will do, it take that monitoring means whatever it is happened or nothing is happened will continuously monitor and we don't notify anything. Anything changes occur, anything abrupt changing like down, up, or a full, or like that kind of stuff. Any uh, a significant change is occur. So that we will notify in the event management, like a information or a warning or a error type. Okay, so we'll take these warnings or errors or any changes occur. Use alerting system to notify. Use alert system to notify the service desk. Service desk does not mean only always a one single service desk, guys. The different team people are also there in the service desk. It will notify through alerting system. And for example, there is a error is occur. A server is down. A server is down. It is notified to the service desk. A server is down. Then what the service desk people put it is under incident. Okay, they put this alert. So they take the alert and create a incident report in the ticket. So they'll create a ticket. What is service desk people will do it? Service desk people will do it. They'll create a ticket. Okay, they create a ticket. What is the incident is occur? Okay, the ticket, they create a ticket as an incident. So what is an issue? Where it is occur? Where it is occur? What is their event ID? What is their event ID? Okay, who is going to be handled like that? So they will they create a ticket, incident ticket. This is one part number one. Okay, second one, we already know the second one. For example, a user or a customer or someone got some issue. Someone got some issue, right? What they will do, they'll notify that issue to the service desk. What service desk people will do it? They'll give you initial support. by and asking some questions. Try to understand customer requirement or customer issues. Create a ticket according to the customer complaints, and raise the ticket or try to solve the ticket once it is created. Okay, and of course customer is reported an issue, so that is nothing but a incident only. So incident, either from the incident is reported I from either from the event system, event monitoring system through alerts, or by complaints from the user. So any which ways. But what we are consider as a incident, for example, server is down, incident. Service is down, incident. Network is disconnected, incident. Disk is offline, unable to access remote server, unable to system is down, internet is not working, internet is not working, internet is slow, unable to send a mail, unable to receive a mail, application is crashed, application crashed, VPN disconnecting. Okay, so these are all comes under incident. The difference is in event it is just a notification or it just a note down point only. Event is just a note down point only. But incident, the action point, means whenever the incident is, you notify something as an incident, means we know that is the incident is occur. We are consider a error, like a event error as a incident, or issue as an incident. Okay, we consider the issue as a incident, or error as an incident, or warning as an incident. Once you are considered that one, we not whenever you notify that is an incident, first we have to take an action. What is an action? Go and fix it. Go and fix it. Very simple, guys. So when I'm working in an office, like in a Pune office or Hyderabad office, okay. System is down. What you will do? We'll open the system, check the system connectivity, processor, RAM, and hard disk connectivities, SMPS connectivities, check the connectivities, try to disconnect and reconnect it, or replace the components if required. That is a different point, but check the system, make sure it is working again, right? So this is called a incident management. Incident management means incident is occur, notify, like I already showed a ticketing system, right? So same thing only, okay. Already showed ticketing system. So ticketing means whenever the client is given a complaint, or maybe a issue is raised from the event management, okay, we create a ticket. Ticket is all about the reporting of incident or a service request. So who is the customer, where is the customer, where is the issue location, when it is occur, so when it is created, when it is open, what is the follow-ups, impacts, urgency, and priority of the issues in the ticket, right? So when you are notified that incident, whenever notify the issue as an incident, you have to take the action. That is called we have to go and fix it immediately. Server is down, go and fix the server. So this is called a workaround. Go and fixing means temporary way to overcome a issue. The word is they use temporary. It is not exactly a temporary. Sir, can you find a permanent solution? I am not taking. Important is what is the workaround. You have whenever the incident is occur, you have to go and fix it first. Fix it immediately. Okay. So make sure it is should not be affect more in IT services. That is called a incident, guys. So incident is very importance of incident is there. Any thing is occur. For example, server down, service down, disk down, Okay, PC is not working, internet is disconnected, network is disconnected, all are considered as a incidents only. Guys, any issue is occur, that is incident only. Any issues occur, that we take it as a incident only. We'll try to fix the incident, so then issue is resolved. Sometimes a multiple incidents will occur. Multiple incidents or suddenly multiple incidents, like a 10 customers got a similar incident because of some root cause. Some root cause, there is some issue is there in our side or somewhere. Okay, suddenly some people multiple incidents are occur, or a incident is occur, you resolved it, but again it is occur after few days or after few hours or few days, again the incident is occurring, again you are getting same incident. Whenever incident is occur, we'll go and fix it. Again that incident is occurring, again we'll go and fix it. Again that incident is occur, we'll go and fix it. So in these two things, what is the first thing? Multiple incidents are occurring. Multiple incidents are occurring. Second one is, it is the same incident for a same person or a same customer. Repeatedly it is occurring. In both the cases, we have to find a root cause of that incident. That's why it is unknown root cause of one or more incident called a problem. It means find out the root cause of these multiple incidents or a repetition of incidents is occurring. Then what you will do it? Find out the root cause. Find out the permanent solution which is causing these incidents. Find out a permanent solution for what causing these incidents. So we have to consider this incident as a problem. Initially, any issue is occur, it is an incident. But multiple incidents or a repetition of incidents are occurs, we have to consider this incident as a problem. When you consider it as a problem, find out what is the root cause of it, solve it permanently. If required, do changes. So once you solve the problem, you won't get a incidents again, or number of incidents will be reduced. So that is a problem management. Guys, I think I given one example here. Please try to understand this example. That example is also happened really. That's why I told that example to make explaining more easy. Okay, so we have a system in our office. Okay, that is little world system. Some problem is there in that system. What is the problem in that system? This is a SMPS motherboard, processor, RAM, okay, and hard disk, and front panel connection, like that back panel connection. So many things are there. Okay, we have a CPU, RAM, power supply connection, front panel connection, hard disk connection. These are important connections in the computer. Okay, connection type. Now, what happened? We have a computer. The mostly the people, like shorter people, shorter girls usually, they sit on that. They sit that to that computer. Okay, so what they will do it? So when they are moving from inside to outside or outside to inside, they will kick that system. Okay, they will kick the system. So then what happened? Mm, that's having some loose connection inside, the system will be down. So we are taking seriously class and we are doing some serious practical on a classroom. So what happened? The person will complain, sir, system is not working. System is not working. System is not showing anything on display like that's okay. So system is not working. What happened here? Incident is happened, right? So when incident is happened, what to do? you have to go and fix it. So I went there. If it is a Hyderabad office, it is service desk people, desktop support people work. Okay, it's a Pune office. We don't have any separate people there. So I went there. I opened the system. I opened the cabinet. I checked all the connections. I disconnect and connect the system. So everything is fine. Then I turn on the computer. Now it is working good. Means incident is resolved. Okay. Point first. After a few days, means 3-4 days, again someone disturb the system. System is down. Again, I went to the system. I checked the connections. Okay, I fixed the connections, and I checked the RAM, processor, and everything. I checked it. Then I try. Okay, so the incident is resolved. Again, incident is occur. We resolve the incident. Again, after a few days, same incident is occur. I resolve the issue. It is a repetition of incident. So I consider this incident as a problem, because for every time take a 15 minutes or 20 minutes to open the cabinet and fix the cabinet components and connecting it back. For every 2-3 days, 4-5 days, if I doing that one, so my class is missing and there is a gap, and the lab is also become delay. The practical is also become delay. So what I have done, so to that is the impact, right? So I understand what is an issue. So I consider this incident as a problem. I consider this incident as a problem. So when I consider this incident as a problem, then I check the root cause. I found the root cause of this problem is, this the hard disk connection is a loose connection. Motherboard to hard disk connection is having some loose connection. The power supply and hard disk is having two power supplies, two connections. One is power supply from SMPS, power supply from SMPS, and data from motherboard. Data from motherboard. Two connections are there. So I checked it. So I checked it. Data. What I'm speaking. Yeah. I checked that data cable is having some problem. Data cable having some problem. Then what I have done, I remove that existing data cable. It is loose connection. So that's why you are getting frequent problem. So then I replace this data cable with a new cable. So I find some cables are available in the scrap. Okay. So I've opened it and I changed the cable. So what I have done, I done change. I change the cable. So then problem is solved. Then problem is solved. So we are not getting that incident again and again. Guys, understand the whole story?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can read that story.
Yes, sir.
I've written that entire story on a year. Okay. Because it is having a three important words. One is incident. Another one is problem. Third one is change. And you will get to know what is the importance of change also here. Okay. So this is incident, problem, and change. So the change is here. What is the change? Change is any change, like a standard changing, right? You will change, right? Like you have a laptop with a 4 GB RAM. You add another 4 GB. Now it is become 8 GB. It meaning is you upgrade your RAM. Okay. Your hard disk is not working. You replace the hard disk. That is also change. Okay. So you are having a mobile and you are update your mobile. Update means operating system update or application update. Your apps are there, mobile apps. You are updated. That is also change. You have Windows 10 or a Windows Defender or some antivirus. You updated. That is also considered as a change. So it is a standard change. Okay. So for example, you have a bike and every 6 months or 1 year you change the engine oil. You change the engine oil, you remove the old engine oil and replace the with a new engine oil. That is also change. Okay, that is also called as change. Okay, so upgradations, updations, replacements, these are all considered as a changes. Changes also very useful for solving issues. I have a internet 50 Mbps internet. I showed that internet, right? This is my internet. I have a 50 Mbps of internet. I think I showed this dashboard. I have a 50 Mbps of internet. 50 Mbps internet is there. Okay, we have a 50 Mbps internet. I want to upgrade. So usually this is also happened really. I call to my internet guy. So I ask them, I want a 100 Mbps internet because I feel internet is very slow in that area because we take 50 Mbps, I'm getting some 20, 30, 10, 5 kind of stuff sometimes. Some internet related issue is there. So we have a 50 Mbps internet. So I want to take, I want to change to 100 Mbps. Sometimes certain changes having some dependencies also there. For example, for a 50 Mbps, you want 100 Mbps. You have to pay the bill additionally, right? 50 Mbps cost is different. 100 Mbps cost is different. So I'm going to plans. See, look at these plans. Okay. Plan for new user or existing user, whatever it is. So it is, see, starter price is 100 Mbps is 599. Oh, they change the price or same price. 150 Mbps 699. It's a quarterly. Quarterly price is changed. I'm paying more. No, no, no. This is a price plus taxes is there. There is a price plus taxes is there. So 1 second, I am getting it out. That is 1797 plus 18. Where is percentage? My percentage not showing here. Okay, 1797 plus 18%. Yeah, this is the almost amount I'm paying. Okay, same amount only. Cost is not reduced. Cost is not reduced. Okay, like this. See, it's almost that price only I'm paying. Not much difference. Only one time or 2 times I paid for month only. Okay, like this. But here it is saying 100 Mbps. Okay, I don't know what is that meaning. Okay, so for example, I want to upgrade to 100 Mbps. Okay, yeah, I think I called to that guy. He said he required you have to change your router. It is effect on my bill payment. It is effect on my bill payment. It is effect on my router. I have to change my router because that is a old router. That is not enough for 100 Mbps. That is not enough for 100 Mbps. That is a old router, and I need a new router. I need a new type of router like a AC 750, AC 1200, like that. That kind of router is required. It may be required to change the cables. It may be changed required to the configurations. So, guys, what I am trying to say is, so when you do certain changes, either it is updates or upgrades or replacements, there is a dependency on your amount wise, like a budget wise, compatibility wise. One change may lead to another change. One change may lead to another change. Guys, change is also very important because when you do change, compulsory you have to take the permission to change the things. Compulsory, you have to take a permission. And once you change made it, you have to document it. You have to document it. Inform in the database. You have to put the document into the database. These are the changes we are made. Like you done a update. Update is done on particular time. You done upgradation. This server is upgraded, okay, on this particular time. So what is the change you have done? You have to notify. Before do any changes, you have to test it and check any dependency changes are there. If you don't do dependency changes, it may give you big problems. Check the compatibilities. Check the compat. I'm going from bottom to top. First of all, to do update, upgrade, replace, you have to check the compatibilities, check the dependency changes, test before any changes, document once change made it, document it. Guys, that is a point of change. And one more point in the change is normal change and emergency change. Normal changes, as I said, you have to do take lot of steps and you have to take the permission to do it because you have to check the budget, the availability. 1 second. Hello, sir. Sir. Sorry guys, it is a call from our office only. Yeah, sorry, we have less time, but I have a little taken more time for your batch to give more explanation. Okay, yeah. So this is a normal change, emergency change, guys. When you do upgrade, for example, I have a laptop with a, for example, a laptop with a 4 GB RAM. So I want to upgrade to, I want to add 8 GB to it. 4 plus 8, I become a 12 GB, right? So what I have to do? What is the cost of 8 GB? Maybe it is a 3,000 rupees. Who is going to pay? Okay, 3,000 rupees you have to invest, right? So that is will painful sometimes, right? So we have to think about a budget. Take a permission, like you are in a home, you are jobless, then you'll have to ask your father. Okay, and we have to check the compatibilities or take some suggestions, right? Similarly, in an organization also, you want to do certain changes, you have to notify the CAB, change advisory board, and hopefully check the dependency changes, compatibilities, budget. Okay, test before you apply the changes. Test before you change the applies. And component availability, check the component availability. So then we can do the changes. That is a normal changes. Emergency change. Hard disk is failure. You go and replace the hard disk. A server is down because of RAM is failure. You replace the RAM immediately. So you don't wait for a budget, availability, cost, permissions. We don't go with the full chain of action here, full part. So if something issue is occur, to reduce the impact of the issue, immediately you have to take an action. Immediately you have to take an action. So it will reduce the impact on the business. So what it will do, we immediately have to take an action. So then problem will be resolved. So then that is we take emergency change. Of course, after changing, compulsory have to document what is the changes occur. For example, you got a ticket, a server is down, you wait and you see there is a problem with your RAM or maybe a cable connection. You may be required to change the cable. So then we'll notify this is change required to change required, and immediately you got a approval because it is very important. Then immediately we'll change it, and this cable is changed or this RAM is changed. This is the component item name. Okay, so this is we are changed in the same ticket only. Will notify. Yes, understand change. Okay, actually, I want to complete this one also today, but I am unable to do it. But I will give you a small introduction. I will continue with this one and small introduction to that one also. Guys, service request. What is service request? Request from a user. Request from a user for information, advice, or asking for a change. I want an internet connection. I want to change my internet from 50 Mbps to 100 Mbps. I want a VPN access or a printer access management. I want to access the database server. I want to access the server. I want a remote desktop services. I want a remote desktop services. I have to change my email ID password. Okay, I want to change of my services. Access permissions. You want to upgrade your system or update your system. You want a antivirus should be installed in your PC. You're asking a request. You are not reporting an issue here. You are asking something required to change or some information, some access permissions. Access permissions you are asking. So that is called a service request. Again, guys, this is important. Incident, problem, service request. There is a issue is occur, that is an incident. Multiplication of issue or multiple incidents or a repetition of incidents called a problem. Okay, finding out root cause of that incidents and solve it permanently in the problem management. In incident management, in any incident is occur, we'll go and fix the issue. So to stop the further impact of it, we'll go and fix it. That is called a workaround. Okay, but what is the service request and change? Both are there, right? So change means only change, only change. Change means replacement, updation, upgradation, not issuing. But service request also involved in the issue. It is a service request to change. Service request to issue a new access. For example, you want to change the PIN number. Service request to change the PIN number. Service request to change the password. Service request to give the access permissions to printer or storage or VPN access. Like you are working in an office, you are going to your hometown. What you will request? VPN access, work from home access. Okay, so you got internet and you want to upgrade your internet speed. You want Wi-Fi password. You already have given this example yesterday, right? That internal customer time. I got a problem with the Wi-Fi connection. I want a Wi-Fi password. But I want a Wi-Fi password, or I want a Wi-Fi connectivity. It is a service request, not incident. Guys, understand the difference between incident and service request. Okay. Last one, it is, I'm telling guys, what is this monitoring? Already I given small introduction to the monitoring when I'm talking about event. But here it is. What is monitoring? Monitoring the infrastructure, monitoring the applications, monitoring services, monitoring servers, networking devices, network connections, network functions, like how data is transmitting. Okay, how disk are read and write, how application is performing. So in this one, like a device status, system status, on or off condition, server is on, server is off, PC is on, PC is off, switch is on, switch is off, switch is failure, switch is running. Resource monitoring, any PC having a resources, right? What are the resources? CPU, RAM, hard disk, right? Resource monitoring. What is that particular CPU function? So what is their performance? CPU, memory, hard disk, network performance monitoring, resource monitoring. See, so what is the CPU doing? What is the impact the threats on CPU? What is on the network? What is on the memory? This is on RAM. So what is the process against the memory? See, process against the CPU, disk, network, like this. Resource monitoring. Okay, a process utilization of process utilizing the resources, performance of your CPU, RAM, memory of a system, resource monitoring. So these are the different monitoring things: resource monitoring, performance monitoring, application monitoring, process monitoring, network monitoring, networking devices, network connectivity, protocols, port numbers, network traffics, network load, we can monitor. To monitor, use a protocol called SNMP protocol. SNMP protocol, Simple Network Management Protocol. SNMP protocol, we are using port number 161, 162. Different tools we are using to monitor. This is some of the list of tools. Nagi OS. It is a free tool for 60 days. You can use Nagi OS. Zabbix is another tool. It is also open source. Zabbix is a open source monitoring tool. PRTZ is also monitoring tool, mainly networking related monitoring. New Relic is a application monitoring, performance monitoring. Application performance monitoring, like how application is running, what is the utilization on a CPU, RAM, and disk. To monitor application monitoring, we can use New Relic. WhatsApp Gold, Wireshark is a network monitoring. Splunk is a log management. Splunk is a log analyzer. It is not monitoring tool. Splunk is not monitoring tool. Log events are occurring, right? So it analyzes those logs. Okay. So then it can predict what is the performance of your organization infrastructure, the prediction towards what is going on, kind of stuff. SolarWinds network performance monitor. Not only these monitoring tools, guys, there are a lot of tools also available. So these are the information about each and every tool. Some tools, like not every tool. Zabbix, it is an open source monitoring solution for a network monitoring, application monitoring. PRTC, it is big name is there. Okay, router traffic grapher, it is a networking monitor. WhatsApp Gold is a log management. Okay, and of course Splunk is also log management, also they're monitoring and searching through big data in kind of stuff. The SolarWinds network performance monitor. New Relic is software as a service offering focus on performance and availability monitoring. This is some links to see how to download installing NagiOS, to download NagiOS, to install NagiOS. This is to download Zabbix. The link is already given. This is also I want to tell today, but it is time's up. I'm unable to do. So next time, maybe in a next class, like maybe a Monday, we'll discuss ITL also. This is also important. So tomorrow, we are going to start with basic hardware components first. Okay, basic hardware components, importance of each and every component, or networking, either both. Okay, so either I will start with hardware components or a networking part. That's it for today, guys. Have to log out, right?
Sir, Up Manager is also a monitoring tool, or
it is also a monitoring tool.
okay,
It is also a monitoring tool, means actually it is a event management tool. Means it will shows what is going on with the system. Monitoring and event, that is a little difference is there, guys. Very good question. See, I have opened my task manager. I am looking at my task manager about my process, how it is going on, what is my performance. I'm looking at, means I am monitoring it. Just I'm monitoring. Something is going on, just I'm monitoring it. No change in it, no rapid change or not at all a change. Okay, no action takenable, changes are not occurring. See, it is my memory is available 5. See, for example, my memory available memory is 5 GB to 10 GB. Sorry. Available memory is down 5 GB to 1 GB. Something has happened, right? Big change, significant change. Okay, or maybe my one of my hard disk is not functioning or full. I will show you that monitoring part. Okay, it is still showing a space is available. See, it is red color. So suddenly my hard disk, my disk partition showing red color. Normally it is like this, but suddenly it become red color. Okay, some change, some data is there. So I put some data, automatically turn into the red color. So those changes will notify. Normally means it is good. It is in a monitoring. It shows everything is good kind of stuff. Any changes is occur, that is immediately it notify as a red color or yellow color. We can understand as it is a certain thing is happened. Then we will check what is happened. So then events logs will tell you what is happened there. Yeah, it is very big confusion again. So don't worry, don't worry. Or you can type very easily. Offerable network monitoring solutions. So it is showing status of the devices running, not running, anything is changed. Okay, any alerts are occur, any alarms are occur, we can get to know it. Okay, a lot of terminologies are there, sensors are there, so many words are there. We'll see tomorrow that one because I have a class afternoon. How to cook today.